Hey, welcome to Sports and Politics with T. I'm your host, Tanya, and we have made it back to Monday night at 8 o'clock, guys. Listen, I hope everybody has had a great weekend. I decided to go live again tonight and wanted to still, tackle some issues from last week. We had a great time on Friday night and Saturday where we covered more of the sports. We're going to dig even more this weekend, where we're going to cover even more with the NBA highlights, and we're going to cover even more games. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty on Friday going into Saturday, but now that we got all that straight, we're able to cover a whole lot more stuff this week. But anyway, I hope everybody again is doing good. Listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of things to go over. The first thing that we are going to cover for tonight is we're going to talk about Elon Musk for a second, okay? Because everybody thinks that he's the president. Everybody thinks that he's the one that's calling the shots. He's the one that's in control. He's the one that Donald Trump has set aside to pretty much be his spokesman. And so tonight, we're going to go over some things to let you know that things are not as what it seems, okay? In fact, we have just found out that Tesla right now is losing billions and billions of dollars. And a lot of people that bought Teslas, let's just say they're changing some things. So you're going to see tonight what I'm talking about because people are they're not happy. Okay. They're letting you know they're not happy. They're letting you know right off the bat that this is what happens when you tackle people's pockets, when you take people's jobs away, when you take people's livelihoods away. Like I told you before, and I'll say it again, when you take people's money away and you take people's livelihood and you mess with people's kids, those three things right there, you're pretty much asking for it. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the first topic, okay, about Tesla. Just listen in on Tabitha. She's a YouTuber as well. And she has found out some interesting things that, let's just say, Tesla, like I said, people are not having it, okay? But just watch this clip and then we're going to chime in on what I think about this.
116 billion. I ain't lying. Forbes is reporting that Elon Musk has officially lost $116 billion. It's mainly because Tesla car sales have plummeted all across the world, over in Australia, all across Europe. The Chinese don't want to have anything to do with buying a Tesla. France and the Scandinavia are like, we don't want nothing to do with this Nazi brand. And of course, Tesla sales are down here in the United States. Not just the sales are down, you have thousands of Tesla owners trading in their cars. And for those who aren't able to financially make that move here in the United States, they've started to rebrand their cars. This is so creative. This has gone far beyond that sticker. I bought this before Elon went crazy. What Tesla owners are doing, they are taking the Tesla emblems off of their cars and replacing them like this one, Honda and Civic. This Tesla owner replaced the Tesla symbol with the Mazda symbol and took off the Tesla and put the CX-5. Another one who has removed the Tesla symbol and the Tesla name and replaced it with the Mazda symbol. Look at this. I didn't even know this could be done. This Tesla person replaced their Tesla emblems and symbols with Audi's name and symbol. Somebody let this Cybertruck owner know that no matter what name you put on this vehicle, everybody knows it's a Cybertruck.
Okay, let me just chime in for just a second. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. People don't even want to be associated. That's These people have a Mazda symbol. They done put the Cybertruck as a Toyota. Like what? I mean, look. I'm just saying. We can't make this up. You see it for yourself. You can tell it's a Cybertruck. Toyota doesn't even make that. But anyway, let's keep going.
But beyond that, some of these Tesla owners are dealing with angry people out there that are screaming at them, that are yelling at them, calling them Nazis, calling their Tesla car or their Tesla, that the Cybertruck, a Swatsta car, a Nazi mobile. So Tesla owners are going through it right now. In addition to Tesla dealerships all across the country that are facing protests, they also have to face that their Tesla dealerships could truly be vandalized. Ooh. Look at this. This is a Tesla dealership in France, I believe. And somebody went onto the lot and burned up a dozen or more brand new Teslas. This Tesla dealership, somebody went onto the lot and vandalized most of these Teslas by removing the wheels off of the Teslas. It's not a good time for a lot of Tesla owners. Look at that. Not to mention the Tesla charging stations that are being vandalized.
Marshall says tonight that these Tesla charging stations in the town of Littleton were intentionally set on fire. You can see them really badly burned, just charred remains of those two stations right there. A couple more here.
Just before coming in to do this video, I learned that those Tesla charging stations, they have been replaced. In addition,
hi, 600 Plant Life. I see you on the live. Welcome, welcome.
In addition to that, you have celebrities who are using their social media platforms to speak loudly against Elon Musk by selling or donating or getting rid of their Teslas.
Here goes my Elon Sexmobile. I'm donating it to NPR.
Wow. Wow.
Imagine making.
All right, guys. Let me chime in on this just for a second. See, the issue right now is people that are owning Teslas. They're being harassed. They're being called names like the Nazi and all that, Nazi mobile, and they don't want to be associated with that because they think that that's what people are assuming because they have that car, and that's sad. Like, people are renaming their cars. They are taking the wheels off the cars in the dealership. Like, oh my God. Like, and see, this is just the brink. We don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but Elon Musk, I know he is not happy right now. Because this is his baby. And then they're thinking about, I think he's trying to get like a spaceship or a space shuttle to go up, called SpaceX, to go up into space. So Tesla sales ain't looking too hot, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's keep going.
Making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without.
In addition to all of that, people are getting rid of their Tesla stock. I am one of those people. I didn't know that I had Tesla stock. Remember in the video that I told you guys yesterday, in the video that I did on yesterday, I told you guys that at the end of Joe Biden's presidency, I was checking out my 401k balances, and I was over checking out my stash account. I was surprised at how much my stash account had grown. I hadn't checked my stash account from when I opened it when Joe Biden first got into office. When I tell you I do the bare minimum for that stash account and for the stocks that I'm invested in, it is the bare minimum. If I don't have to do anything, I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting it sit there, accumulate. And I was shocked at how well that account was doing. And so in going through, I realized that I had Tesla stock. I sold that stock. I made $1,000 off of selling Tesla stock. When I tell you that I hadn't put no more than $100 into that Tesla stock and to maintain it all the while Joe Biden was in office, it couldn't have been more than $100. I'm telling you. And so, yeah, I sold the Tesla stock that I had. I made a quick 4 years, $900 for doing the bare minimum. But there are other people that are selling shares of stocks. Other countries who have stocks in Tesla, they are sharing. They are getting rid of those shares of stock. If there are other countries that have leases in Tesla cars, they are getting rid of those contracts and those leases. A part of this tariff war with Canada, Canada has placed a 100% tariff on Teslas. So yeah, I say keep the momentum going. Elon Musk has several $100 billion more to lose. If you can afford to get rid of your Tesla, there are several other electric vehicles that have special type of programming to get you out of that Tesla and into their electric vehicle. See if one of those programs works for you. Listen, when I got rid of Tesla, I bought into Rivian. Rivian has an excellent deal going right now. Rivian and Polestar. Yeah, we need him to lose several $100 billion more.
All right, guys. So we just wanted to show you that Tesla right now is really falling down quick. Okay, like I said, just because you're high now doesn't mean that you will always be there. And you know, people tend to forget that anybody can come off the high horse. Anybody, if they're not careful. So people are not keeping their cars. They're rebranding their cars, and then they're getting attacked, like I said, just by the association of that Tesla. You know, probably majority of those people bought the Tesla. Well, I mean, I don't know how long they had their cars, but had no idea that this was going to be the outbreak of this. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, let's move on to the next clip. And we're just going to listen in on how Americans are really taking the news about Musk and just everything. All right, guys? Okay.
Everybody has thought It is a great time to be a Tesla. Tesla sales are down 76% in Germany. They are down over 40% in Europe, 26% in France. Manufacturing is down 50% in China. And
people are hiding the fact that they own a Tesla by putting other cars' insignias over the Tesla logo. When you can't afford a new car because the market is horrendous, you get decals to cover the Tesla markers as per these images. Oh, also, the Tesla stock dropped below $1 trillion, in part because the EU/UK has specifically refrained from buying Tesla cars. Their sales are down like 50%.
Some Tesla owners say they're being targeted as the public turns on company CEO and government hatchet man Elon Musk.
I'm getting like salutes from Subarus and stuff. I had guys going like this out of windows and middle fingers. It's crazy.
Stephen Minnick, who's owned his Cybertruck since last April, caught this on camera.
People came up and used their finger and drew mail all over and some rather pornographic words, I guess. I actually had to look up a couple because I didn't know what they meant.
Some owners who no longer want to be associated with Musk are selling their Teslas.
It was entirely because of the way he was behaving in public and the extremism that he was portraying.
Jennifer Vargas purchased hers in August of last year. She got rid of it 6 months later.
And I love the car. I like everything about it, but it was just his name being attached to it that became the issue.
I felt liberated getting rid of it.
We got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots.
Man, this is crazy. It's a disaster.
Now, I know ain't no doggone devilish way we still buying Teslas. Not after Elon Musk said, DEI must die. Diversity, equity, and inclusion basically provides policies and programs for representation and participation of groups that have commonly been ignored.
Hey fam, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the...
Now, do you see what I'm saying? This is going all around the world, not just the United States. No, all over the world. That's why he's losing billions. People, like that guy said, he said, I bought my Tesla, love the car, but don't want to be associated with it. They some of them are being harassed. One guy said somebody threw a middle finger at him. I mean, it's like they did the salute, the Nazi salute to him. I'm just like, man. But this is where we are, guys. And I said that in my first video, okay? This is where we are as a nation, all right? Anything goes. Who cares who it offends? We don't care what you think. I'm going to do what I want to do, despite if it's going to hurt somebody else or not, and see the ramifications of this is he's losing billions and billions every day. Kind of like Target. It's the same thing with the DEI. They got rid of it. People said, okay, we are going to Costco and we're going to shop there instead. And guess what? Target started losing billions and billions every single day as well. And now they're changing their tune. So it's almost like they only respond to dollars. Okay, at the end of the day, they only respond to dollars. All right, but let's keep going and we're going to keep chiming in on it.
Receive a 1099 and want an affordable way to file your taxes? Look no further.
Channel, I hope that from wherever you, my lovelies, are watching this from your...
He's losing exponentially. Now, I just did an entire breakdown and business plan on how he could globalize and do a better job with Tesla. But obviously, it was for homework. It was for homework purposes, and he's not going to do it. So I'm not worried about that. The point that I'm trying to make, y'all, for the Black community and for everybody else, Palestine, all y'all, is that his stock market ratings and his position in the stock markets is so volatile and fragile that no one, including like BlackRock, Vanguard, all of them, they don't want to actually long-term invest. They don't want to long-term invest. They have been telling him over and over and over again that hey, we need to see more like stability. We need to see more history. We need to see more longevity in your stocks. We need to ensure that your plans with not only the auto self-control driving software improves tremendously in order for us to continue to fund this, but we also need to ensure that the depositories that you're actually doing for the renewable energy solutions and the storage that you're using for this is actually viable, and it won't bounce back on us to the point where it'll tank the stocks and it will take our money with it. We need to see some longevity. What does that mean? That means that the shit that you pumping out, baby, it's looking fragile, like the pockets of yours. It look like you selling us a dream and it's at the surface. And right now, I'm not trying to buy it, okay? So if you want us to give us your money, you need to show us some longevity. They basically told him it's not a no, it's a not right now. Not right now. We need to see at least a good 2 to 5 years of continuous growth off the charts, because right now your growth is so high, but you also have too many low lows, and we don't want to involve ourselves in none of that. Not only that, Delaware, he had something going on with Delaware and the funding in Delaware. He's been in court all week long fighting Delaware, in which they refused. They said no. Again, another hit to his pockets. I forget what it was in Delaware. Hold on. All right. So previously, the board of directors on Tesla, they were supposed to receive, after a 10-year, $55.8 billion executive compensation package, despite Tesla Inc.'s efforts to have its stockholders purportedly ratify the grant. So after a 10-year run with the company doing great and the board of directors doing a good job, the $55.8 billion is supposed to be broken down amongst the entire board. That's that would be their compensation for, you know what I mean, for the time that they've served on the board of directors for the decade, right? That is what I am getting from this. However, Tesla has been pushing them into a corner, asking them to ratify it so that he could slice this in half and save $25 billion. So they all signed off on this. They all was like, yeah, $55.8 billion, cool. So they, 6 years goes by. He's like, hear me out, boss, hear me out. Only got a good 2023. I can scrounge together some pennies, flip a couple couch cushions, and come up with 25.8 bills. But
and see, this is the thing. He's not even paying his bills. He's owing money, and it's like, hey, these people are not going to keep putting up with that. The stock market, people that own stocks, they're getting ready to sell real quick, honey. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Stop asking research questions to ChatGPT. Its answers are not reliable.
That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. But it is what it is. But hopefully, if the boycotts continue, if the protests continue, and if other electric vehicle companies continue to just outshine Tesla, maybe by the end of this year, Elon Musk will not be the richest man in the world. Hell, if this keeps going this direction, he may not even be in the top 10 richest people in the world by the end of the year.
We got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots. Yeah, this is crazy. It's a disaster.
Now, I know ain't no doggone devilish way we still gonna test. Not after Elon Musk said, DEI must die. Diversity, equity, and inclusion basically provides policies and programs for representation and participation of groups that have commonly been ignored. And since y'all ain't do nothing when he said it, but keep buying Teslas, letting them play all in your face, now folks done got comfortable. Florida just banned all DEI practices and policies from every single collegiate institution in the state. And y'all still buying Teslas? No. Now we all could be buying Avantis.
It is a black-owned electric car company called Avanti.
Since reparations and assistance can go anywhere in the world but to us, we're going to create our own. So if you get an electric vehicle, get an Avanti. Because we standing on business, right? We standing on business. Because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. Now, cue the music.
Elon is going broke, and that's the reason why he is distancing himself from Doge. Ever since Elon jumped into his position as head of the President's Department of Government Efficiency, there has been a huge drop in Tesla stock. And that's because Republicans think he has too much unchecked power. Did you hear what I said? That's because Republicans thinks he has too much unchecked power. So why are the Republicans so worried about Elon and his unchecked power? It's because the sheer amount of jobs that have been lost in the last 2 weeks are literally unimaginable. Firing inspector generals was a crime. Changing laws without Congress? Yep, that's a crime. Defunding Congress approved initiatives? That's a crime. And the Republicans know damn well that it is. And a lot of them don't want to get mixed up in the bullshit.
Wow.
In all of this, one of the most exciting thing to see is the solidarity of the world. Like the world is coming together to defund billionaires. And it's so much working, guys, than you expected it. It is so much working. I think it shows you that when people come together, there's just so much that can be achieved.
And see, that's so true. That's where you really have to, when people pull together, especially when you have a lot of people pulling together all at once, it's that impact. I told y'all from day one, if enough people do it and they start seeing that money go like this, it can change some things, and you're already seeing people reacting all around the world with this. Okay. I wanted to highlight this tonight because, they don't really talk about it in the media because they don't want it to get out. But it's already spreading the airwaves on social media as we speak. And so, trust me, your lifestyle can change just like that. And I still say this, how you treat others always reflect how things come back to you, so when you don't have that don't care attitude and you're just going in slashing people's jobs and livelihood with no recourse, with no remorse, I'm just saying, you can't expect good favor to come your way and to maintain your favor all throughout your life if you do it this way. So that's all I'm going to say on that, guys. But I just wanted to touch on Tesla tonight because, listen, people are getting rid of those cars. They're changing the emblem. They're taking the emblem off and putting Toyota on. And now someone did a Honda Civic. And I love Toyota and Honda, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, they don't even care. That's almost like, you know what? I'd rather have my Toyota. I'd rather have my Honda. You know what? Good for you guys. I'm proud of the people that's doing that. That's wonderful. We need to keep going, so. But anyway. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. We're going to come back Thursday at 8 o'clock. And we're going to tackle some more things going on with the Obamas, believe it or not. We're going to talk about the Obamas and Kamala Harris. We touched on Kamala last Monday, but there's some more things that we just found out over the weekend that we're going to start grasping, and it's pretty interesting. Also, still tune us in on Friday. We're still going to be doing the sports edition, 8 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Saturday. So we're going to keep going strong all this week. All right, guys. So if you enjoy this content, please hit like, share, and subscribe to the video. And if you can, please hit the notification bell. That will give you the notification whenever I come on live or when I do a recorded video. You won't miss any episodes. So please hit that notification bell. That way you're always in the loop when I come on to YouTube. Okay? Okay, well, everybody have a great rest of your day and week. And I will see y'all on Thursday at 8 o'clock. Y'all take care and have a good night.